minutes in length. I'm your host, Eric Fergie. That's Molly Davis with the band right there. That's the band. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. It's almost here. It's almost upon us, St. Patrick's. Are you feeling the St. Patrick's vibe? You feeling it? Okay, that's very good. I always know it's St. Patrick's Day. I can kind of tell. I can kind of feel it. And I know because 2 months ago, I actually was asked to audition for commercials that involve leprechaun casting. You laugh. It's a true story. It's a real thing. Yeah. No, it's true. For 6 days of the year, show business is all about this package right here. Yes, this is just about right for a leprechaun commercial. So, my agent Maria, she's a pretty cool person. She's very, very forward, very blunt, and sometimes she forgets to delete the email chain that she has between casting directors and herself. And this is a real conversation. So, casting director asked my agent, "Hey, what do you got for weirdos on your roster?" She responds. She responds. What'd you have in mind? Well, not ugly, but definitely not handsome. Hello. You rang? Now you're like, oh, that's not nice. No, it's cool because now I have an incredible title for my autobiography. So I'm good. Derek Fergie, definitely not handsome. At bookstores now, maybe. So yeah, I would like to bring on your first guest. Speaking of handsome people, hello, they're here. Yeah, I think here's the thing. They are out in the trenches. They are out on the road. They are stomping out homophobia. They are clearing up misconceptions. They are clearing up myths. They are opening the minds of the youth of Ontario and beyond. They are part of the Get Real movement. Please welcome Studer and Marley Bowen! How are you? You're great. This is great.
Yeah.
What a wonderful St. Patrick's Day episode we're having. This is really good. How the heck are you?
Excellent. How are you?
It's very good. You are doing some marvelous work. So good. This is near and dear to my heart. So how's it been on the road? How's it been? How you feeling? It's been good.
It's been good.
Yeah?
It's been busy, but it's been good.
You must have that feeling at the end of the day. Like you do the seminar, you do the thing. You have people that come up to you, ask you stuff. Like, do you have a moment when? Because I know when I used to do these things, there's the kids come up and they say really warm, wonderful things. Do you have a fond memory of that? You did a workshop and somebody said something really awesome to you.
I had one time when a kid came out on stage and was like, "You inspired all of us. You inspired me so much today that he told his whole school that he was gay on the spot." And
wow,
that was amazing because I was like, "Wait, what?"
That was your old school too.
That was yeah. I went to a private school. And
that was your school?
That was my old school. I was
that's
3.5 years ago. But that was really cool because everyone gave him a rounding. A standing ovation and stuff.
That's amazing.
It was awesome.
That's pretty good. Now you've been in the game for a while. You founded Get Real. So have you found that there's been a difference in climate? I noticed in the since 2011 to now, there's been a real about face with LGBT rights and everything else. Are you feeling it too? Are you seeing it on the front lines?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that people ask us is, what's it actually like? You go into different classrooms in different provinces and stuff. And the nice thing is, I think, the more that we travel, the more really nice, good people are out there, and the more curious, interested young people are out there. We work with sort of grade 7s to grade 12s, and they're so smart and have such interesting things to say. I think now and kind of this year especially, we've noticed just a real kind of curiosity and a real kind of thirst for information and opinions and answers and really to voice their own thoughts on what's going on because they're very smart generation and really passionate and connected.
That's awesome. Well, you're doing fantastic work, but now here comes the real challenge.
Yeah, right on.
10 quick questions. Let's do this.
We're ready.
Oh, boy. There are questions based on you and your fantastic work, sort of. Here's how it works. 10 rapid-fire questions. You answer. Don't overthink it. You can get them wrong. You can get them right, possibly. It's all depending on Molly the band. She'll decide. Yeah, you should. She'll decide if you're right or you're wrong, so don't overthink it. We're going to go back and forth on this rapid fire. Here we go. First question. All right, you're up.
Okay.
Marley, you ready for this? Here we go. Another Night by the Real McCoys or I Like to Move It by Reel to Reel. Who is the better one-hit wonder?
I like to move it.
That is correct, apparently. Wonder Bread or Kraft singles? What's worse for you?
Kraft singles. Neither.
They're both really bad.
You gotta commit to something. Here we go. Who has released more singles, Mariah Carey or eHarmony?
Mariah Carey.
Apparently that's right. It was kind of a hack joke, but thank you for answering my question anyway. Name any person not in the band Fifth Harmony.
Marley Bowen.
I don't know.
I'm not sure that's right, but it is right. Okay, good.
Marley Bowen.
Oh, that makes sense. But No, but I mean, I wasn't sure if she was in the band. There's a lot of members. I don't know if she's been in it.
We worked from home for a while.
Beethoven's Fifth Symphony or penicillin? What was better for humanity?
Penicillin.
Apparently that's correct. Yes, it's a good song, but penicillin's pretty great. A fully grown Saint Bernard or 3 newborn beagles? What's easier to shave completely?
3 newborn beagles.
That's incorrect.
They will not stop moving.
Don't overthink it. You're overthinking it big time. The 3... Stop! We're thinking. I have like 8 more questions. No, I really don't. The 3 Beagles, Screaming Trees, and the Sausage Smugglers are all obscure 90s rock bands. True or false?
True. No way.
It's not at all. It's totally false. The audience is like, I'm pretty sure. The Screaming Trees, yes. The rest I had totally made up. LGBTQ2SIAP. What's the Q?
Queer and...
Name a second Q.
Questioning.
Boom, they know this stuff. They know what's up. They're not going to get that one wrong. Of course not. And finally, somebody once described me as a univegetarian. What the hell does that mean?
Universal vegetarian.
Sometimes eats vagina.
Sometimes... Technically, Chris is closer. It is a person who's only had sex with one woman his entire life. I did marry her, so it worked out. Yes, we met last month. Ladies and gentlemen, visit TheGetRealMovement.ca. They will come to your school. They will go to your campus. They will set things right in your community. They do fantastic work. I encourage you to call them, learn about them, and hire them. Chris and Marley from Get Real Movement, please. Absolutely. Bring it. So good. So, I steal your mic now. Let me take this from you. Yes, we only have very many mics. There you go. Hey, now I have 2 microphones. That feels pretty good. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to set this up for my next friend. I have been on this person's show numerous times. Another guest who happens to be a little bit taller than me. He's got a podcast called Cat Pee, which is comedy above the pub. And finally, we get to have our exchange, our Toronto Comedy Exchange, in where he now comes on my show. Please welcome to this stage, Todd Van Allen. Please, you're good. You got like 3 minutes, buddy. You're good. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Have fun.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, audience and impatient open mic musicians who can't wait for this to end. It's a pleasure. If you've ever been listened to one of our episodes, Derek's and mine, you know I'm a bit long in the tooth. So when he said, I'd like you to come on my show, and I went, great. And I was like, cool. And then he said, you can only do 2 minutes. So I was like, okay. So I went through it, and I found a joke that's 2 minutes long. It's funny. It's great. Are you guys ready to hear this?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. All right. One thing. It does require a cursory knowledge of Scottish football. How are we on that? Is that... where we have some blank. Okay, so let me very quickly fill you in. This is the long story. Long time standing league, 2 teams, Rangers, Protestant, Celtic, Catholic. Any problems have ever happened, always been Celtic. That's basically the story. And so here's the thing. This story involves one of the players, Paul Gascoigne. You guys know Paul. You guys, yeah, but he does. I really needed you to know who Paul Gascoigne was. Just, you know what? Just a second. Let me find. There's a couple of. I am not getting a Wi-Fi signal in here. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Just a second. I'll be right back. Just happen to have. Here we go. I have Gaz's My Story. The story of Paul Gascoigne. Just to very quickly fill you in on here. We all saw Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. Here's Vinnie Jones grabbing Paul Gascoigne by the testicles. Picture's worth 1,000 words, and so I'm really just using this to skim. Okay, so you can see here, he's a bit of a jokester. This is him playing for Rangers, and I'm out of time. Okay. So basically the punchline was, he says to Walter Smith, well, at my old club at halftime, they just gave us oranges. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You've been great. I hope they got that.
That's solid. No, that's airtime. Okay. Universal. Todd Van Allen is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself to iTunes. Listen to his podcast, Comedy Above the Pub. Enjoy that. If you ever want to come here and attend the show, which you do, right? Of course you do. 10minuteaudience@gmail.ca or com. Either way, go com. Let's go with that. Join us here. It's fun, and we give you food and prizes. That's it for 10 Minute Talk Show. Good night! Boom.